Good afternoon, Manufacturing All-Stars, and welcome to this episode of Manufacturing Happy Hour. Today, you are going to learn about FactoryTalk Analytics for devices and why it's a great starting point for your connected enterprise journey. I'm joined by Dave Wickman here in Cleveland, Ohio. He is our product owner for FactoryTalk Analytics for devices. Cheers, Dave.
Hey, cheers.
Welcome to the show. So for an introductory video like this, I've got to start with a basic question. What is FactoryTalk Analytics for devices for someone that might not be familiar with it?
Oh, that's a great way to start things off. So FactoryTalk Analytics for devices, or better known as Shelby, is an industrial appliance that's connected directly to your controls network. So this appliance that's connected to your controls network will go out and report back all the information about the status of your operation.
So as far as gathering that information, just so our audience doesn't think it's magic, how does this appliance go and gather that?
Sure, so we've been working really hard to make this as easy as possible for the end user. So with as little as power and an Ethernet cable, answering a couple questions, and plugging that right into your controls network, Shelby will actually go out and crawl the entire network to find all the different devices that are out there.
Yeah, and from what I've heard about FactoryTalk Analytics for devices and Shelby, is the quick setup is just, you know, one of the quick, like it's what, 5 minutes or so? 5 minutes?
Yes.
So I guess going a step further, you know, what's the type of information that it gathers?
Yeah, so not only is it going to gather basic information such as your device's name, the IP address, serial numbers, but we'll also report back diagnostic information that comes from those devices.
Okay.
So if there's a device that might be faulted or maintenance is required,
Sure.
you can take all that information and bring that right back to an easy to understand dashboard.
Well, what I love about that is you're saying it contextualizes that information basically. Now, maybe give us an example of what that might look like at a factory or in an operation, just so we can get one last taste of it in this video.
Sure. So as a maintenance engineer, you're typically involved with more than one line, operation, or even plant. And
Sure.
we all know that we can't be in more than one place at one time.
Right.
So what Shelby does is allows that maintenance engineer to be in more than one place at one time.
Oh,
so
cool.
now
Okay.
we can just go to one single dashboard and see the status of the entire operation and be able to pinpoint any of those faulted devices or devices that need maintenance without having to go around to the entire shop and figure out where that particular device.
Sure. Yeah, when you're called out to do that preventative maintenance at that point, you know exactly where you need to go versus going to that machine, playing not necessarily the guessing game, but having to diagnose there. It sounds like it's pre-diagnosed is what you're saying.
Yep.
Cool. Well, you know, this is just the first video we've got in a mini-series we're doing on FactoryTalk Analytics for devices and FactoryTalk Team 1. So when that next video is out, you can link to it right here if you're watching on YouTube. In the meantime, Dave, thanks so much for being on the show today.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers. And for those of you out there, stay innovative, stay thirsty, and we'll catch you here on Manufacturing Happy Hour real soon. Cheers.